What is going on, everybody? My name is Andrew, and today we're going to be talking about all the perks in Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, usually there are three categories of perks that you can choose from, but in this game, there are seven. There are so many perks in this game, it is crazy. Now, before we get into talking about what each perk does, we're going to talk about the perk system, and you get 8 points to spend on any of the perks that you have. And as you can see in each of the little perk boxes on the left bottom side, there is a number, and that's pretty much how many points you have to spend to use that perk. Now, if you get rid of secondary, a lethal equipment, or a tactical equipment, you get 1 point towards your uh, towards using it on perks. So if you get rid of all three of those things, you can have up to 11 points spending it on perks. It's going to be absolutely crazy to see what combinations that people come up with. So the first category is called speed, and the first perk in that is called quick draw, which is faster ADS. The second one is sleight of hand, which is faster reload. The third one is agility with faster movement speed. The second to last one is Marathon with longer sprint duration, and the final one is Stalker, which you move faster while ADSing. Now, Stalker was in Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 3, but I believe in Black Ops 2 it was an attachment called Stock. None of these are new. We've seen all of these. I would probably definitely use Sleight of Hand and Quick Draw, maybe Stalker, but I'm not sure. The second category is called Handling, and the first perk in this is brand new called Strong Arms, and what this does is you get to throw equipment farther. The second one is also new. It's called On the Go, where you reload while sprinting. The third one is Fast Hands, which is faster weapon swap. The second to last is Steady Aim, and this is better accuracy while you're hip firing. And the final one is Dexterity, where you get your weapon ready faster after sprinting, after mansling, and we think after knee sliding as well. We'll have to see about that. Honestly, none of these really seem um, that interesting to me. I think there's a lot of better perks, but we'll have to see. The third category is called Stealth, and the first one is really interesting, and it's called Takedown. And pretty much what this does is when you kill a person, usually on the enemy screen, a skull will come up. So it will pretty much tell them, my teammate just died over there and there's an enemy. But if you have takedown with you, or if you have takedown as a perk, then that skull won't come up. And so they pretty much won't know unless that person is called out that, hey, I got killed over there. So I think this is definitely going to be useful. The second one is called Blind Eye. You get undetected by AI kill streaks. The third one is Off the Grid, which you're undetected by enemy SATCOMs. I'm hoping this works the same as Ghost and Black Ops 2. I liked their version of Ghost better than any other version in Call of Duty, but we'll have to see. The second to last one is Dead Silence, which makes no or little noise while running. And the final one is called Ghost, but there's no red crosshair or name tag when the enemy looks at you. So again, I'm definitely a rusher, so a lot of these perks sound interesting to me. Takedown, Off the Grid, possibly Ghost, but again, we'll have to see what kind of combinations we can come up with. The fourth category is called Awareness, and in the first perk is called Recon, which was in Modern Warfare 3. Uh, when you hit somebody with a grenade or a tactical or shoot them, on the mini map they'll show up as kind of like having a advanced UAV just for that person, and it will last for a little bit and then it'll wear off and go away. So definitely a very useful perk, and we'll have to see if I would use that at all. I bet a lot of people will. I definitely liked using it in Modern Warfare 3. It was very useful. The next one is called Scavenger. You resupply ammo from fallen enemies. The third one is Sit Rep, and this was in Modern Warfare 3, where enemies' equipment and SATCOMs are highlighted. Awareness is the second to last one, and you hear enemy footsteps louder. And the final one is called Wiretap, and you use enemy SATCOMs as your own, and it also works with the SATCOM stacking system. Now, if you don't know about the SATCOM stacking system yet, pretty much what happens is SATCOMs don't work exactly like regular UAVs did. So how the SATCOM system works is if you have one SATCOM up, it will only show the enemies that are in your line of sight or that are in your teammates' line of sight on the mini map. So it won't show everybody on the mini map, all the enemies on the mini map. It will just show the people that are in your line of sight or your teammates' line of sight. For 2, I believe it's like a regular UAV. For 3, I think, I cannot remember exactly, but I think it works just as a faster UAV. You'll get updates quicker on your mini map to where those people are heading, and then 4 SATCOMs up at one time um, is just like an advanced UAV. So, for example, um, if you have wiretap up and your team has 2 SATCOMs up and your enemies have 2 SATCOMs up, what pretty much happens is um, you'll get to use you get to pretty much combine yours and the enemies and yours together, and you'll pretty much get your own advanced UAV. I think this will definitely be very useful, and definitely gonna have to see how this works out. So the next category is called resistance, and the first perk is lightweight, and you take no falling damage. The second is called painkiller, and we think this is faster health regeneration. I'm really praying that this is not going to be more, you get more health. In Modern Warfare 3, painkiller was a death streak, and it was really annoying to go against, and I'm praying this is faster health regeneration. I won't have a problem with that. The third one is toughness. This was in Black Ops 2, and it's reduced flinch, very useful. And the final 2 are called tac resist and blast shield. Tac resist is just like tactical mass, where it's resistance to tactical grenades, and blast shield is increased resistance to lethal grenades. The second to last category is called equipment, and the first 2 is tac +1 and lethal +1, and they are exactly what it says. You get an extra tactical grenade and you get an extra lethal grenade. So definitely useful. The third one is bandolier. You get extra magazines. The fourth one is attachment +1. Not sure what the name is, so I just said attachment +1, but you get an extra attachment. And the final one is danger close, which is increased explosive damage. This was really annoying back in um, Modern Warfare 2, so we'll have to see how this is in Call of Duty Ghosts. The final category is called Elite, and this is a really, really interesting category, and I can't wait to actually use this category. The first one is called Gamble, and we're not 100% sure what this does yet, but we think this is you get to have the option to reroll care packages. Now, the other way it could be, gamble could also be you pick this perk, you take a gamble by you getting a random perk. So you take gamble and you go into the game, and you could get lightweight as your extra perk, or you could get one that you actually wanted, like Deadeye, which is worth 5 points. So you could get a perk that you don't want, or you could get a perk that you really wanted. It's like it says, it's a gamble, but we're not sure yet. I'm pretty sure this is have the option to reroll care packages, but it could be the other one as well. The second one is hardline, and this is one less kill per point streak. The third one is ping, which is another really interesting um, kill streak, or I mean perk. And what this does is when you kill somebody in the mini map, it will show if there's any other enemies around that person that you just killed. So if you're in a house and you kill somebody downstairs, the little this little perk will help you out and show on the mini map if there's anyone maybe upstairs or around the house. And it will definitely be very useful, I think, especially if you're rushing and um, trying to get behind the enemies and you kill somebody and then try to see if there's anyone else around before moving on. The fourth one is called Overkill, and you get to equip 2 primaries. And the final one is called Deadeye, which is another very interesting perk because you can increase the probability of increased damage the farther you are into a point streak. Now let me explain that. So if you are really close, let's say, to getting the one of the Juggernaut suits, and when you're shooting at somebody, you will have a probability of dealing more damage to that person than you would if you were just about to, let's say, get a SATCOM. So it's definitely going to be very interesting to see how useful this perk is. I mean, it is worth 5 points. You do have to spend 5 points on this perk to use it, so it sounds like it will be very useful, but I would like to see how useful this thing will actually be. So this last picture I'm going to show you guys is a picture that I found on the internet where it pretty much shows you all the perks, what they do, and how much they each cost. So you can pause it at any moment and kind of just look at which each one does. Now the ones in parentheses, we're not 100% sure what they're going to be called or what they really do, but we're pretty positive these are pretty educated guesses here. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am to use some of these perks and see the combinations as well. And honestly, I'm really excited after seeing what each of these perks does. So thank you all for watching again, and I will see you all next time.